Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
What lies ahead? Yes, what lies ahead is a match that you could look at it saying at least, obviously Mumbai have nothing at stake. Hyderabad will be wanting to play the first of two games and get the first of two back-to-back victories at the end to even have a sniff. So therefore, while Mumbai obviously are there to play party spoilers, Lisa, let's talk about Hyderabad first. They need to get their 11 right, and they need to get their captain scoring a few runs finally.
Well, you look at the last two games that they've played in, 120 odd, both occasions. You're not going to win many games when you're going to score something like that, whether you're batting first or chasing. So runs at the top. Kane Williamson, you just want him to do well. A world-class player like him, you want him to show what he's capable. Just hasn't got going really in this tournament. That's why it's hard for me to see how they could possibly win their last two games. But if they can get a decent total, we know that they've got some good pace bowlers. Umran Malik, Natarajan, Sundar is back in their fold as well. So, and I think they really did miss Washington Sundar and Natarajan in that period of time when they were both injured. So, but for me, it's the runs. They have to get runs.
I mean, surely they'll be all sitting in a huddle, not just all these players, but the classy Kane Williamson with Brian Lara and Murli and Tom Moody and Dale Steyn and all these guys getting their heads together and saying, is there something tactically we need to do? We've suggested maybe Kane Williamson down at 4 or even 5. Could be a possibility, Joy?
I think they'll have to look at changing that because it's their bowling is performing for them. I don't think their bowling is too much of an issue. It's their batting. And Abhishek Sharma has actually got runs at the top of the order. Rahul Tripathi and Abhishek Sharma have given them runs. Markram started well, just tailed off a little bit. But I think that's where the big problem is. The big problem you're sitting out there is Kane Williamson. And look, Rahul Tripathi has opened an occasion. It's not that he can't open. But here's the point. If you open with Rahul Tripathi, where really do you bat him?
Yeah. I think he's going to start to slide, isn't he? Maybe if a wicket falls early, he'll come in. But if they get off to a good start, he may be like the first time Mayank Agarwal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he just will have the pads on and go, not required. I think that's the only way, potentially. I'm, looking at that side, if we can bring it back up again, they were hoping that Abdul Samad was going to kind of be the finisher for them and kind of score those runs. He didn't work, so that's why they've kind of been chopping and changing a lot.
Yeah, and this is one of those scenarios. Yeah, go ahead, Joy.
One of the things that they can really look at, and I'm being honest here, is give Washington Sundar a place at the top. Just give him a whack. He's wasted down the order. He's a decent bat. He can really clobber it. Okay, first 6 the field is in. Give it to him, see where he goes, and then you can decide for yourself what happens out there. Remember, one of the reasons they're in the situation they are in is that Washington Sundar missed substantial amounts of time. And he's really their balance because every team is missing that key all-rounder. You need that key all-rounder so that you have the chance as sixth bowler. So basically, Washington Sundar and to a lesser extent, Abhishek Sharma gives them that option. Okay, you've got two bowlers you can bowl with as well. You can bat as well.
But they haven't bowled Abhishek Sharma. That's been the issue as well. He's been sitting there and you're like, I think maybe halfway through he bowled maybe 1 or 2 overs. That's about it.
I was actually going to be a little more blasphemous, just to throw it out there, just to play devil's advocate and suggest that Kane Williamson just keeps company of Lara and Murli and company, and Glenn Phillips opens the batting.
Big one, big call, but yeah, why not? They have nothing.
Who's captaining then?
Puran, captain of the West Indies.
Yeah, international captain.
Okay. I like it. I like where you're going.
Yeah, we
Well,
know that.
honestly, I'm a huge Glenn Phillips fan. I've seen the first day ever I met him, he was walking off the field at the CPL having scored 100. And literally my first meeting with him was an interview on the sideline having scored 100. And well, it's just, I could see why is he not, that's the time he was not getting into the New Zealand team, Lisa. And we were wondering why not? And he finally made it.
Yeah, no, he is an incredible striker. But that's been the issue for Hyderabad for so many years, hasn't it? It's almost like your internationals, you just can't move them. It was David Warner, Johnny Bairstow, Rashid Khan, and Kane Williamson sometimes. I'm trying to think who the other four.
They had Nabi. They had Nabi as well as an option.
Yeah. So, maybe if you look historically, last year, they dropped David Warner from captaining. He wasn't scoring enough runs. They got him completely out of the squad, even turning up to the grounds. Yeah, if they're going to kind of keep it kind of a theme going that, look, we're going to be harsh on our skippers, then I guess Kane Williamson maybe goes. But that's a big call.
They're playing against a team who could be very dangerous because, again, nothing to lose, everything to play for, have a bit of fun. One extra addition to the squad, Uttarakhand pacer Akash Madhwal joins the squad. Always like to blood youngsters, look to the future. But what about the 11? We saw Tristan Stubbs make an appearance in the last game. You need to keep your big boys like Tim David, Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma, etc. Joy, do you see any radical little changes for Mumbai having a bit of fun?
I would like to say that, what has Arjun Tendulkar done not to deserve at least a chance to bowl out there in the tournament? With the tournament decided, I'd say that also Tristan Stubbs, give him a bit of a go. Give your new guys a go. What can you do now? All you can do is say, who are the guys worth retaining and really pushing for next year? So this is really a training ground. I would still have Rohit as captain because he wouldn't want to walk out with the team in a situation like this. But otherwise, if anyone has a niggle or even part of a niggle, just let them go home. Let them relax. It's not worth it. And give the new kids a chance. I mean, that's how it will go. And I think they can play some nice, relaxed cricket and they might spring a few surprises.
The one big positive for them, Lisa, along with Tilak Verma in the middle order, has been the two youngsters they've thrown in recent times, Ritik Shaukin and Kartikeya Singh. So both of them have been impressive. So I'm sure they'll give them a run till the end of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shaukin actually, apart from his bowling, was able to do the job with the bat as well. So, yeah, and it's a bit what Chennai were doing as well. They started to kind of see where players are at. You're never going to, a coaching staff can never create what they're about to experience in the IPL, as much as you think you can. So here's a perfect opportunity to test them out, see how they cope with the pressure, the noise, the atmosphere, the cameras, the lights. Everyone knowing that people are watching them, millions and millions of people watching that game. That plays with your mind. You can look good in the nets all you like, but can you actually do it out in the middle? Here's their chance.